Good day, here we are again with our video update, this time for Tropical Depression 10W or Juaning, a newly formed system east of the Philippines. It is the 25th of July, 09 Zulu, 5 p.m. Philippine time or 6 p.m. Japan time. 10W or Juaning was last located 280 kilometers east of Virac, CATANDUANES. Maximum sustained winds are 55 kph gusting to 85 kph. 10W is moving west-northwestward at 15 kilometers per hour. See in this visible image we have the partly exposed low-level circulation center, and with the bulk of the activity remaining west and south of the system here. You can see we have the Bicol region and also Samar and Leyte and the parts of eastern and central Visayas beginning to experience the effects from Juaning in terms of rain and some gusty winds as well, especially along the coast, and also high surf as well. As I said, in terms of the activity, most of it is contained in the western half. Most of it is in the western half, as well as in the southern periphery of the center. You can see that the northeast quadrant of the storm is mainly empty in terms of activity here because of wind shear. Gonna touch on that later, but yeah, definitely rain is now spreading across southern Luzon and central and eastern Visayas. As of 11 a.m., PAGASA has not raised any signal warnings yet for Juaning, but we do expect them to issue warnings as early as 5 p.m. today, since Juaning is definitely developing and getting stronger by the minute as it moves closer and tracks parallel to the Luzon eastern seaboard of Luzon. We have here the 37 GHz image taken about 5 hours ago. This is a microwave image here, and you can see this banding and the center that you can kind of make out here east of Virac. But as I said, the activity remains on the south and southwest, west and southwest of the storm. You can see some activity also trying to fire on the eastern half, but not very strong yet. Also, you can also see that here on the 85 gigahertz image with the center also, and the eastern half being empty here. Now, in terms of rain, as I said, Juaning and its rain bands are now moving towards southern Luzon, particularly the Bicol region, and you can see this. This is a great update from PAGASA here, posting a latest radar images. Although this right now is about a 4-hour-old image. Sorry, 4-hour-old image from PAGASA, posted around 1 p.m. this afternoon here. You can see heavy rain. This is taken from the Subic radar, so I'm not really sure on the accuracy of the data that we are seeing here, given the distance of the rain. I'm not sure the coverage of the radar here, but you can see it seems to be heavy rain moving across the Bicol region and also southern Quezon here, and you also see rain spreading outwards, and expect them to slowly move northward as Juaning here east of Virac moves west-northwestward here. Yes, I said I'm not really sure on the accuracy of this radar image, but it seems to coincide correspond with the radar the infrared image that we have here. As I said, we have the hot towers now firing off on the eastern and western half of the center, and you can kind of see that on the radar here with the heavy rain moving towards the Bicol region. Seems to be around 50 millimeters per hour in terms of rainfall rates. So definitely some heavy rain now moving across the Bicol region, and also moving across southern Luzon, as I said, and in the Visayas region. The radar here seems to have a cut-off point, but yeah, we do expect that rain will continue for Samar, Leyte, and the parts of central and eastern Visayas as Juaning moves west-northwestward. And as for the intensity, good news is that 10W is not forecast to strengthen that much. Could reach tropical storm intensity, but typhoon intensity is unlikely due to the environment here. Although Philippine Sea still we have a high sea surface temperatures around this region, but you can see in this wind shear map, 10W or Juaning is battling some moderate wind shear around 20 knots northeasterly wind shear, and you can kind of see that here with the overall organization and the structure of 10W here, with the eastern half being sheared off. Although from the last images, latest IR images, we are noticing improved organization and activity on the eastern half. We have yet to see if it will continue throughout the night. But in terms of rain and wind, we do expect 10W to continue strengthening. As I said, possibly becoming a tropical storm as early as tomorrow. Now, in terms of forecast track, now this is where everything is uncertain right now. The main steering factor here for 10W is the subtropical ridge in the Pacific Ocean, and as I said, this is going to be uncertain because this will all depend on the strength of the STR for the next few days as it tracks west-northwestward. Some models are expecting it to weaken slightly to allow 10W to track just east of northeastern coast and avoid a total landfall. Meanwhile, the other models are expecting the STR to remain strong. We have here the latest cyclone tracks page. This is as of 00 Zulu, latest model runs, and you can see we have UK Met being the southern outlier, expecting 10W to track and make landfall in Quezon here and towards Pangasinan. GFS showing a landfall in Aurora or Isabela, while the CMC is forecasting a landfall in Cagayan. You can see NOGAPs here forecasting 10W to avoid northeastern Luzon, although it could graze the northeastern part of Cagayan here by Wednesday. And you can see we still have a great deal of divergence among the computer models, so definitely very uncertain in terms of forecast track. Now the consensus, when you take a look at the tracks here, does show that 10W will likely make landfall. Now where and when is going to be the $1 million question here. I'm also showing here the Euro model ECMWF forecast for Wednesday 00 Zulu, or around Wednesday morning Philippine time, and it is forecasting a landfall, I'm gonna say here, near the Cagayan or Isabela border by Wednesday morning, and it also shows 10W to be a pretty strong tropical storm, not a typhoon, it's tropical storm strength, making landfall here in northeastern Luzon. You can also see here a developing cyclone here, the Invest 94W moving south of Guam here. So there you go. That's the difference right now in terms of model uncertainties, and the weather agencies not really helping much here in terms of forecast. You can see here PAGASA. I'm gonna go ahead with and agree with PAGASA's forecast here, and anticipating a landfall by Wednesday morning in somewhere in northern Isabela or southern Cagayan here. We also have here JMA. Only shows a 24-hour forecast due to 10W being a tropical depression, but as it strengthens to tropical storm, we expect JMA to issue at least a 3-day forecast here. But you can also see there they are expecting a general west-northwestward movement, and if you extrapolate that, they are also seems to be expecting a landfall here. But that's the uncertainty here is the strength of the subtropical ridge. I'm going to show you JTWC's forecast here, which is forecasting a much more northerly track, being the easterly or outlier here in terms of tracks, showing 10W to track and graze the northeastern part of Cagayan, probably near Santa Ana, Cagayan by Wednesday morning here Philippine time, and as a tropical storm, as a strong tropical storm, not a typhoon either. But you can see 10W is forecast to track across Luzon Strait and towards Hong Kong there by late next week. But yeah, in terms of consensus, we have JTWC being the northern outlier, and PAGASA here showing that landfall together with, it seems to be JMA here. Now for us, I do expect, so I'm going to go ahead here and forecast 10W to make landfall in Isabela by Wednesday morning. This is a gutsy call right now because again, with the uncertainties in the models, we expect the forecast to change hour by hour, and we will be here to update you on that. But in terms of intensity, we do expect 10W to intensify into a tropical storm as early as tomorrow and maintain that intensity, probably reaching a peak intensity of 100 kph, just below the typhoon status, as it makes landfall here in Isabela Wednesday morning. It will then pass through the Kalinga Apayao area and towards Ilocos Norte before exiting towards the West Philippine Sea or South China Sea by late next week. Now moving on to the other news, here we have the 94W Invest, also developing here well away from the Philippines, approximately 940 kilometers southeast of Guam, so far away from the Philippines at the moment. And you can see here also developing circulation also in terms of infrared activity. Definitely have that convection, although you kind of see more of a linear type of organization. We haven't seen that sort of banding and circulation yet, but models are bullish as well in terms of development for this one, for 94W. 94W here right now seems to be under an anticyclone and in an area of low to moderate wind shear and 5 to 15 knots, I'd presume, which will allow 94W to continue intensifying over the next 24 to 36 hours, possibly becoming a tropical depression in 12 hours here. And in terms of tracks, again, here we have computer models, doesn't have that just yet, and don't have to be surprised there. You don't have to be surprised in terms of the uncertainties, because this is early for the forecast down the road. But just expect, showing the consensus to expect 94W to track south of Guam, and doesn't seem to be a threat for the Philippines, but it can change. So just as I said, just stay tuned for the latest updates, and also from your official weather agencies here, especially PAGASA for the Philippines, for the latest warnings there. So that is our update for today. We will have another update tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.